Hooray! I have a new vintage collection figure to talk about, because Hasbro finally decided to release a couple more. That's basically where we're at. I remember about 10 years ago, we got a new wave of vintage collection. It was like 10 new figures, and I was overwhelmed, and now I literally just get like a few every like 4 months. That's where we're at. But it's... At least the things they're making are pretty good. And in the case of K-2SO, we've waited forever for an articulated K2, and about 4 years. And I'm happy we finally got it, because I got the 6-inch Black Series one back when it came out. That's before I decided to give up on 6-inch, because I realized I was just buying the same things I already had, but like a couple inches taller. I sold that one, and I just dealt with my 5POA K2, which I will compare in this video. But I'm happy to finally have an articulated K-2SO figure in my collection again, because it's nice, and I kind of missed having one. And this is an amazing figure. It really is. It is a true testament to how Hasbro is capable of making good stuff. They just don't make enough of it, and they don't get it out there well enough. But let me give them credit. Let me give them credit. I found this at Target. And I found Commander Wolf at Target. And if I wanted to buy it, I also saw Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise, but I didn't really want that one. And for some reason, Target has the Gonk Droid, which is in the exact same case, released at the exact same time, street dated. And Hasbro Pulse is the same way. The Gonk Droid is scheduled to release like months later, even though, like, it's out. Like, it exists already, but it's not supposed to... I don't get it. Anyways, this is K2. This is what we're looking at. Let's look at the card back first. Kind of goofed up opening this one, because it's been a while since I've opened a TVC card back, because they don't give me a lot of them to open up. So you get green, which is a pretty nice color choice in my opinion. Rogue One. Nice picture of K2. I like that choice. I like that pick they did. And then on the back here, you have the other figures in the wave. Luke Stormtrooper, K2, which is actually too tall for the freaking... oh my gosh. Power Droid, which for whatever ungodly reason is held back for a couple months. Wolf, which is great. And then other figures I've had for about a decade, because Hasbro felt the need to re-release them. Hooray. So, yep, that's the card back. Pretty nice card back. Let's talk about the figure. So this, oh my gosh, I don't have enough space for my arm. I probably should have thought of that. So this time around, they actually gave a gun to K2. They gave him the gun he used when he was like, pow, pow, get to the thing. And he's like, pow, and then he's like, pow. Yeah, he's got the gun for that. I know, that was a beautiful recreation, 10 out of 10. But yeah, he's articulated. One thing I wondered, though, let's just bring him out now. This is... oh my goodness. I actually have 2 of these 5POA K2s, and I'm going to keep them around because I'm going to use them as just, you know, generic sentries. One thing I noticed right off the bat is that he was missing a lot of paint on this version, and also he did have the hollow joints, which is actually something K2 had in the movie. He didn't have it for the ankles, but he had it in the elbows and in... the knees. I was wondering how they would do that with the Vintage Collection one, because in the Black Series one, I think they used like clear pins or something. So I was thinking, how are they going to do that at such a small scale? How they did it was that they just ignored it. They didn't care. They just used black pins. They're just black. It's just black. They didn't care about the hollow detail at all. And honestly, at this scale, who cares? Who cares? Seriously. But yeah, it's really an emphasis on how much detail the 5POA one was missing. That one also didn't like standing up too much. So yeah, like just looking at that, if they'll actually get in focus. Not even talking about the weathering. Like look at the shoulders, look at the orange stripes, the joints around the hips there. Like it's really missing a lot of detail. I'm surprised. Especially that gray on the shoulders. Like, that is a huge, huge absence there. But yeah, I mean, the new one looks absolutely amazing compared to this old one. Do I still like this old one? Yeah, I still really do. Because you can still, like, get his arms. He still has, like, the double ball-jointed neck, which is cool. And, like, you can still have him as, like, a sentry. You can still be like, I am Imperial Sentry, but I am sort of like Alan Tudyk, except, like, I didn't start talking in his voice. then K2's like, Cassian said I had to. You know, you can, whatever. But yeah, this one's really nice. I mean, just look at the details. You've already seen a lot of them. But he's great. He doesn't have any pupils in his eyes, but I'm not worried about that. It looked kind of creepy in the Black Series ones, so I'm kind of happy they refrained. But yeah, it looks great. It looks good. Look at all that detail. I mean, this one didn't even bother. It's like, that's amazing, man. And articulation on this is also very nice. If it'll get back in focus, come on. Come on, now get in the focus. Nice. Okay, so he has double ball joint at the neck there. So you get a lot of range. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. And then ball hinges at the shoulders. They can do that. They can bend at the elbow and swivel. And then the wrist hinges a little tight, but you do get a full wrist hinge, which is amazing. And then you have a ball joint at the waist. His legs are interesting. They're on a swivel. They're on a swivel like that, because that's just the design of the robot. But also, they're on a hinge, because there's like the thigh and then there's like the hip, and there's a hinge joint right there. And then you have the knees that are on a swivel and a hinge, so you can get them all the way forward, even though they are going to go out to the side just a little bit. But that's literally the design of the robot. You can't blame Hasbro for that. And then, or I should say droid, I'm sorry. And then, there we go, thank you. If I have to suffer, you have to suffer with me. And then you have ankles that can move all the way, man, full range. But no pivot, because Hasbro doesn't really care about pivot on a figure this small. But I don't think it has a swivel. Oh, it does. It does have a swivel. That's nice. At least I checked. It does have a swivel. Kind of a useless joint, but still, it gets the job done. And like I said, he does come with that pistol, which is nice. And he holds it great. Unlike another figure in this wave, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, this is a great figure, man. It's really great. I'm so happy we finally have an articulated K2. And now I have a couple extra 5 POA ones. Oh my gosh, are you still not in focus? You are completely out of focus. Oh my gosh. My camera just must hate K2. I mean, I love K2. He's great. And I love the design, too. Absolutely amazing mechanical designing. But yeah, I have a couple extras of them. So I could actually have a little army of Imperial Sentry droids, which is cool. I think it's what they're called, right? Sentry droids? I don't know. Enforcer droids? I don't know. That's what they're called. There, I put it on the screen. That's what they're called. I don't really know. But yeah, there we go. There's TVC K-2SO. I love it. He's great. He is 3 3/4 inch scale, by the way. I feel like I need to start making that clear, because a lot of people, they can't tell the size of my hands compared to the size of the figure. Like, my hands are not that big. I don't have Andre the Giant hands. This is 3 3/4 inch. Well, technically, it's a lot taller. Here's a 3 3/4 inch Iron Giant, just as a size comparison. And here's a little bit of a tease. I've probably already released the Wolf video by now, though. But yeah, there's Wolf next to him. So yeah, there we go. Great figure. Let's get him out of the way. And I highly recommend it. If you're into TVC, if you're into the OG Star Wars collecting scale, you have to get this. Have to get it, absolutely. If you're a fan of Rogue One, if you're a fan of Fallen Order, if you're a fan of just droids, if you're a fan of, like, Star Wars action figures in this scale, you have to get it, absolutely. I love it. So there we go, guys. There's TVC K-2SO. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, PO Box address, and frequently asked questions down in the description below. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.